Hello guys, welcome in today's session. I am Professor Fayyaz Khawadi from Department of Mechanical Engineering. In today's session, we are going to learn how to draw the cam profile for Bowler follower part number 3, and this is our problem number 3. From unit number 4, cam and follower from theory of machine subject. The problem statement is in front of you. Draw the cam profile operating a roller, a reciprocating follower with following data. Minimum radius of cam is given 25 mm. Lift of stroke is given 30 mm. A roller diameter is given 15 mm. Cam lift the follower for 120 degree with simple harmonic motion followed by a dwell period of 30 degree. Then the follower lowers down during 150 degree of cam rotation with uniform acceleration and declination or retardation, followed by a dwell period. If the cam rotates at a uniform speed of 150 rpm, calculate the maximum velocity and acceleration during descent period. Okay, the difference in previous problem and in this problem is in outward stroke the follower is moving with simple harmonic motion, and for return stroke it is moving with uniform acceleration and retardation. So procedure to draw the displacement diagram for forward stroke and for return stroke, as velocities are different. So procedure to draw the cam displacement diagram is also a different in forward and return stroke. Remember this point. That problem was asked for 12 marks in university exam. So the steps to solve the problem and marking scheme is given here. The first step is to draw the displacement diagram according to the data given in problem statement, that is for 3 marks. With a reference with displacement diagram, you have to draw the cam profile. To draw the cam profile, you will get 5 marks. And by analytical method, you have to find out maximum velocity and acceleration during a return stroke only. So 2 marks to find out the maximum velocity and 2 marks to find out acceleration, maximum acceleration during a return stroke. Remember student, the velocity and acceleration to find out in forward stroke and return stroke, the formula for forward stroke and return stroke is different. So as we discussed in earlier session, that table to find out the velocity, acceleration and jerk for different type of follower motion is different, and deviation part is also studied in previous lesson, and I will share the link of that previous session. Okay, you go through it and find out the velocity and acceleration during return stroke. Now the displacement diagram for follower for simple harmonic motion during lift and uniform acceleration and retardation during return. So in front of you, the complete displacement diagram is drawn here. In brief, I explain how to draw this cam curve on this displacement curve for forward stroke and displacement curve for return stroke. Okay, as we studied that all part in previous session. Okay, outward stroke is given 120 degree in the data, so I will draw the one by taking suitable scale. 10 degree is equal to 1 centimeter, so this 120 degree will become here 12 centimeter. Okay, and dwell period is given next 30 degree, so this line will be 3 centimeter, and a return stroke is given 150 degree, so this line will be 15 centimeter or 150 mm. So in this way, on x-axis I will plot the rotation of cam, that is theta, and in vertical axis I will draw the lift or displacement. So this lift is given 30 mm in problem statement, so this line I will draw 30 mm or 3 centimeter. Okay, in forward stroke, the cam is moving with simple harmonic motion, so procedure to draw this simple curve for simple harmonic motion is draw the forward stroke divide that forward stroke into even number of equal parts. Say 6. I will divide that into 6 number of equal parts. If you divide that, so one part will be of 120 mm divided by 6. So one part will be of 20 mm or 2 centimeter. Okay, and from this all points I will draw vertical line. From point 1 I draw the vertical line, from 2 I will draw the vertical line, from 3 I will draw the vertical line, through point 4 I will draw vertical lines. From each point I will draw the vertical line. Next step, I divide that displacement which is 30 mm into two number of equal parts. That is, I will bisect that for 30 mm line. This is the center point of this circle, half circle. Okay, and this as a center and 15 mm as a radius, because this is a bisector. This distance is bisect. I divide the 30 mm into two parts. So one part will be of 30 mm, which is nothing but radius of this half circle. So that much distance in the compass, and this as a center, I will draw half circle. Okay, and after drawing half circle, I will divide that half circle into again 6 number of equal parts. Why? Because I divide that rotation axis again into six number of equal parts. If I divide the outward stroke into 8 number of equal parts, I will divide that half circle again into 8 number of equal parts. Okay, so your one part will be of 30 degree, 30 degree, 30 degree. It will become 90 degree. Again, this will be 30 degree, 30 degree, 30 degree. With the help of angle divider, angle protractor, you will divide that angle 180 degree into 6 number of equal parts and give the numbers from downward to upward direction. Why? Because the follower is moving downward to upward. There is a rise of the follower. So rise will be from bottom to top. So I will give the number from bottom to top. This will be 0. First part, second, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now, how to get that intersection point A, B, C, D, E, F? How to get that intersection point? The procedure of that A point I am getting, I will draw the horizontal line from all these points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on the half circle. Okay, from point 1, I will draw the horizontal line. Where it intersects that vertical first line, that point will be A. Through point 2, I will draw the horizontal line. Okay, where it intersect that second number vertical line, that point will be B. Through point 3, I will draw the horizontal line, and where it intersect that vertical third line, that one point will be C. Okay. Through point 4, I will draw the horizontal line, where it intersect that fourth vertical line, that point will be next D. In this way, I will obtain all the points A, B, C, D, E, and F. Okay, and through that point, I will draw the smooth curve. Through point, that curve is passing through A, B, C, D, E, F. Okay, this is the procedure to draw the cam profile. Displacement curve when the follower is moving is simple harmonic motion. Now, after 30 degree, it is a dual pivot. This F to G, this is a dual pivot, so you will draw the straight line. Now, how to draw this displacement curve when the follower is moving downward with uniform acceleration and a retardation? Okay. After that, this 150 degree again I will divide into 6 number of equal parts. 150 divided by 6. Okay, so I will divide into 6 number of equal parts and I will give the numbers from left to right. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and from all these points I will draw the vertical lines. 4.7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and last one is 10. I will draw the vertical lines. Okay, now the next step is as uniform acceleration and retardation. So 3 parts for uniform acceleration and 3 parts for retardation, as it is a uniform acceleration and retardation is uniform. So 3 parts I will give for acceleration and 3 parts I will give for a retardation. So from midpoint that is 2.9, I will draw vertical line. I will draw vertical line, and that vertical line I will divide into 6 number of equal parts. Okay, 6 number of equal parts. Divide that vertical line into 6 number of equal parts and give the numbers like from top to bottom, as follower is moving from top to bottom. It is our return stroke. In return stroke, the follower is moving from top to bottom. Okay. Now join the points like this. From topmost corner, top left corner of this rectangle G6, 12, and this right corner. Okay. In this rectangle, from point G, draw the first point, draw the line, and joining that H point, small g and H. From top left corner of this rectangle, draw the line joining point I, second point. From top left corner, join point capital J, okay, capital J. In this way, draw 3 lines for acceleration, and for retardation, from a right bottom corner, draw line joining point 12 and this capital J. From point 12, join point K with straight line. From point 12, join capital L, and from point 12, join capital M. Okay, so you will, in short, you will bisect that vertical line, and 3 points you will join from a right top corner, and 3 points you will join bottom right corner. 3 points, top 3 points you will join by top left corner, and bottom 3 points you will join bottom right corner. Okay, now how to get the intersection point? This first line G to capital H, where it intersect that first vertical line, that point will be after G, that point will be H. This second inclined line, where it intersect that second vertical line, that point will be second point, which is nothing but I. Third third inclined line, and third vertical line, where it intersects, that point will be next small j. Fourth inclined line and fourth vertical line. Fourth inclined line is capital K and M. K or 12, and fourth vertical line, this is 10th, is nothing but fourth vertical line from this series 7, 8, 9, and 10. That one will be, that intersection point will be small k. Fifth vertical line and fifth inclined line, first, second, third, fourth, and fifth, that L and 12, that is fifth inclined line, and fifth vertical line is the line passing through 11 number, that is fifth inclined. That intersection point will be k. After k is L. And last sixth inclined line, that is small capital M and 12, sixth inclined line, and sixth vertical line, that is 2.12, where it intersect, that point will be after L, that is M. Okay, so these all points small g, h, I, j, k, L, and M I will join by smooth curve. So this is the procedure to draw the displacement curve when the follower is uniform acceleration retardation. Now I will take this distance. That distance is applicable 1a, 2b, 3c, 4d, e, 5e, and 6f. These points, and 6g, 7 H, 8I, 9J, 10K, 11L, and this last point is this straight vertical distance I will use for drawing cam profile, as you know. Now the first step to draw the cam profile is draw the minimum radius of cam, which is nothing but base circle. Base circle. Here it is given the diameter of base is 50 mm. So in compass, take 25 mm, and center point of this is the center of the compass, and draw the base circle. This base circle. Now draw the second offset circle, which is second offset of second concentric circle is nothing but prime circle. In case of a roller follower, you have to draw two concentric circle. Inner circle is called base circle and outer circle is called prime circle. In case of knife edge follower, these two circle will be not offset. This will be single one circle, because knife edge is a single point which is a trace point on base circle. But in case of a roller follower, this center of the roller is a trace point, and through that center of the roller you will draw the another concentric circle, which is nothing but prime circle. So how to draw, how to find out the diameter of prime circle or radius of prime circle? See, a roller of the follower, diameter of a roller is given in problem statement. Okay, diameter of roller is given in problem statement, and it is not the problem of offset follower. It is the problem of radial follower, because in problem statement that is not clearly defined. But if offset distance will be given, offset distance of a roller and cam rotation is given, that is the problem of offset follower. But that statement is not given, that means that is the problem of a radial follower. Okay, so what I do to draw the center of a roller, that is point O. So this is the center, this radius is given, which is 25 mm, and a roller diameter is given 15 mm. So I will add this radius of the roller, which is half of that 15 is 7.5. So I will add 25 mm, which is the radius of base circle. 25 plus 7.5, 7.5, that will be 32.5. 32.5. I will mark the 32.5, and I will draw the concentric circle or offset circle to the base circle. Okay, now third step is draw the roller. Okay, in compass I will take the radius of roller, which is 7.5. okay, and I will put the center point of the compass here, and I will cut the straight vertical axis at point O. Okay, at point O, and I will put the pointer of the compass here, and I will draw the circle, which is nothing but a roller of the follower. Roller of the follower. Clear? So in case of roller follower, you have to draw two circle. Inner circle is base circle and outer circle is prime circle. But in case of knife edge follower, this base circle and prime circle will be a single circle, coincide each other. There is a only you have to draw one circle in case of knife edge follower, but in case of a roller follower, you have to draw two circles. Okay, and from the prime circle, you will draw the roller. Okay. Now the next step is draw the outward angle of ascent, dwell, and angle of descent, or outward slope, which is given 120 degree here. Okay, so in a radial follower, I will measure that 120 degree from that vertical line, but that case is not happen in case of offset follower. Okay. So I will measure that 120 degree from this vertical line, 120 degree which is given outward stroke. Then with reference after that 120 degree, I will draw the line. Okay, through that 120 degree, I will draw that line, and from this reference line, I will draw 30 degree, which is dwell period 30 degree, and I will draw the line through that point. And with reference to that line, I will draw angle of descent or return stroke, which is given here 150 degree. 150 degree. So 120 degree outward stroke, 30 dwell stroke, 150 return stroke, and remaining will be again dwell period. Now next step, divide that angle into 6 number of equal parts as I divide in displacement diagram. I divide the outward stroke in displacement diagram into 6 number of equal parts. So I will divide that 120 degree into 6 number of equal parts. Okay, 6 number of equal parts. So one part will be 120 divided by 6. So one part will be of 20 degree. Okay, and through that points, all the points I will draw straight line from the center of cam rotation. Okay, and where it intersect that prime circle, not the base circle. Okay, where it intersect that division line to the prime circle. On that circle, I will give the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You make the mistake in the examination, you will give the numbers of on the intersection point which is getting on base circle. If you mark that numbers on base circle, your complete procedure will be wrong and your cam profile will be wrong and you will get 0 marks in cam profile. Okay, so remember that point. Mark the point 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on prime circle, not the base circle. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is the important point I highlighted here in a red color, not on base circle. You have to mark that point on prime circle. Next step, as you divide this outward stroke into 6 number of equal parts, so this will be dwell period, so no division in the dwell periods, but return stroke is again with uniform acceleration and retardation, so divide that again 6 number of equal parts as you divide into displacement diagram, and give the numbers on again prime circle at 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12. Okay, divide that 150 degree into 6 number of equal parts. So your number will start from here. This will be dwell period line angle from start here 6, 7. First part will be 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12. Now come to the next step. After that, this is a very important step. Don't make mistake in that. Okay. Then from the displacement diagram, I will take the distance 1a. I show you from displacement diagram. You have to take the distance 1a in the compass, 1a in the compass, and mark the 1a distance on first line, and that a point will be your center of roller, not this is the point through which you have to draw the cam profile. No, remember that point, understand that point clearly. Whatever you are marking, cutting that first number line, you are getting point A. That point is the center of roller, not the tangency point of cam profile. Okay, this is the difference in knife edge follower and roller follower. Okay, this 1A you will mark here, 2B mark here on second number of line from the displacement diagram, and this B point is the center of roller. From the displacement diagram, take the distance 3C in the compass and 3 as a center, cut that line at point C. So C is the center of a roller. You are marking here that points which are center of roller, not the tangency point. I am repeating again and again. So understand that point clearly. Then from the displacement diagram, take the distance 4d and 4 as a center, cut the line, fourth line at point D. So D is the center of roller. Likewise, you have to mark all the centers. Okay, E, F. Then from return stroke G, H, I, J, K, L, and last one M. And through that point, A point, draw the roller. How to draw the roller? This distance is given 7.5. 7.5. That 7 point is not goes on changing every time because the diameter roller is constant parameter. So this constant parameter is not goes on changing. So your distance in the compass will remain constant. You don't change in the compass that dimension 7.5, which is nothing but a radius of a roller. Then A as a center, draw the radius of roller. Okay, B as a center, draw the roller. Second position. C as a center and 7.5 as a radius, draw the circle. And in this way, you have to draw all the positions of the roller by taking the different point G, H, I. In this way, you have to draw the centers. These are the center, and through the center, you have to draw the roller position, new roller position, new roller position at different angles. And through that point, and next step is through that roller diameter, then draw the curve which is tangent to that roller diameter. This is roller diameter. Okay, draw the tangent curve to the roller diameter. Don't draw the cam profile from point A, B, C, D. These are not the cam curve. Okay, these are the centers of a roller, and through the centers you draw the roller. Okay, and to that roller positions you have to draw the cam profile which is tangent to that roller. Okay, tangent to that curves. Different curves you have drawn here, and draw the profile is it tangent to that curve and joined by a smooth curve. In this way you will get the cam profile for roller if the final image that you have to drawn in the examination will you can see like this. Okay, A point is the center you mark from displacement diagram 1A, 2B. Don't draw the cam profile through point A, B, C, D, E. No, not like this. These are the center. This is the extra step in roller follower other than knife edge follower. This step is not in case of knife edge follower. Okay, remember this point, and in this way you have to draw the cam profile. So the general mistake that we may make in the examination in a roller follower is mistake one. You mark the point 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on base circle, which is wrong. You have to mark that point on wine circle. Already discussed that point. And you draw the cam profile from point A, B, C, D, E, F, which is wrong again. And correct step is that A, B, C, D are the centers of a roller, and through that point you have to draw the rollers. And from this point you have to draw the rollers. And after drawing the each position of the roller, only we require the tangency point. So in examination need not necessarily to draw the complete circle of the roller, only draw the curve of the roller. From that we have to draw the tangency curve, the curve which is tangent to that roller. So only tangency point is required. So only the part of that roller is okay for drawing the cam profile. Okay, and from that point you will draw the cam profile tangent to that roller. Okay. These are the second mistake that you made in the examination. Now the third part is to find maximum velocity and acceleration during a return stroke only. Okay, so the first step is find the maximum velocity of the follower during return stroke is, and first we have to convert that rpm into omega, because in that formula we have to write down that n in form of omega, which is in radian per second. So conversion of 2 pi n by 60, which is nothing but omega in return stroke. N is given 150 divided by 60. So you will get the omega is 15.7079 radian per second. And formula for the velocity in a return stroke is minus 2s omega divided by theta return. Okay, if you remember the formula from that table, I will share the link of that table. Minus 2s, where minus 2 into s is given 30. 30 is in mm, so you have to convert in meter. 30 into 10 is to minus 3, or 0.003 divided into omega. We have already found out here 15.7079 divided by theta return is given 150 degree. Theta return, this 150 degree, okay, or this theta return is 150 degree, you see here. Okay, so that 150 you will get here 150, that is in degree, and that you have to convert into radian, so multiply by pi by 180. Pi by 180. So after calculation, you will get the velocity, maximum velocity in a return stroke is minus 0.36 meter per second. Velocity is not in minus, but as it is a return stroke, so velocity is not decreasing. Okay, so sign is coming here minus 0.36 meter per second. And now maximum acceleration of the following during descent return slope is plus minus 4s into omega square divided by theta r square, a return slope. Okay. So plus minus 4 into s again in meter, and omega square 15.7079 square divided by 150 into pi by 180 square. So after calculation, the acceleration during the return stroke, maximum acceleration during return stroke is getting here 4.32 meter per second square. This is the unit of acceleration, meter per second square. In this way, you have to find out only, you have to convert that unit, and you have to convert in radian per second. Displacement you have to convert in meter. Okay, and theta angle you have to convert, which is given in degree, in a radian by multiplying pi by 180. That conversion, don't mean making conversion, that conversion you have to make, and just you have to put that values in the formula which we have derived in earlier session in the table, and you have to put that value and find out the velocity and acceleration what are asked in the question problem statement. Okay, so at the end of this session, student can understood and can be able to find out or can draw the CAM profile, complete procedure of CAM profile for a roller follower. Thank you for observing this video.